Good evening. One of the leading figures in Scotland's oil industry says much less oil is left in the North Sea than the Scottish Government claims. Sir Ian Wood believes that up to 16 billion barrels of oil can still be recovered, but figures in the Scottish Government's White Paper suggest that 24 billion barrels are left. Tonight, Scottish ministers said North Sea oil would be a fantastic asset for an independent Scotland for decades to come. Kevin Keane reports.
He's a man with friends in high places, but he's also passionate about oil. Sir Ian Wood has advised both the Scottish and the UK governments on the subject, but has maintained a silence about independence until now. His view of the economic case is not good. He says forecasts of £7 billion of tax from oil annually should actually be more like £5 billion. That the Scottish Government prediction of how much oil is left is 60% more than the reality. And he says by 2050 the North Sea will be producing just 1/6 the level of oil it's pumping ashore today.
The younger people voting right now, by 2030, are going to begin to see some real impact on jobs, on money available to the Scottish Exchequer, so the Scottish economy. And by 2050, I mean, we've got a huge hole to try and fill.
So why is what Sir Ian Wood says significant? Well, he's a man who's been at the heart of the industry since its beginnings. He's well respected by governments on both sides of the border. And when it comes to oil, he's a man who's regarded by most to know his stuff. So one question. Why are you reluctant to politically state your position?
With respect, I'm saying it. I am saying in the statement clearly that the information I have indicates that most of the operators will be more comfortable working in a UK...
So you want to maintain the status quo, to retain the United Kingdom?
All that simply says is actually very common sense. Big international companies are going to work with the biggest economic unit they can work with. That's what it says. And the UK is the biggest economic unit they can work with.
Sir Ian has already made clear that he doesn't think the oil industry is dying. New discoveries are still being made, like here in the Clarefield west of Shetland. Better Together believes today's intervention fatally undermines Alex Salmond's economic case. Not so, say the nationalists.